Starts, right? Mike Alstott tripped up in the backfield. Lester Arceau.
Big time play by Travis Hall. Got both his mitts working today. Tripped Alstott up and forced a third down right here. Travis Hall right inside right here. Plays off the block by Middleton. Nice job of stuffing things up there in the middle.
Alstott loses a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2. Here comes the Falcons on the blitz. Alstott hit the backfield and stopped.
Jesse Tuggle. Jesse Tuggle was all over that play.
The hammer.
And this Falcon team may be 2-7, and maybe they're out of the picture, but the front 7 right now is as healthy as they've been in a long, long time. Here comes Tuggle right here, coming right through. Nice timing on the blitz, and that was the key to the play. And once again, the Falcons get off the field on 3rd down.
And another punt from Mark Royals. Only 2 punts combined from these two teams in the first half. It's the 8th one of the second half, and Tim Dwight goes to get this one. Gonna let it bounce. Down by the Buccaneers at the Atlanta 34-yard line, so 37 yards on the punt from Royals.
Morning.
How you doing?
In feature films, the production assistant gets stuff where it needs to be. A dozen glaze, a dozen chocolate. So my car is pretty much my office. In 8 days, I drove about 1,000 miles. Some people may have a window office or a corner office. Me, I've got a window office that corners.
Lease a Saturn SL for $159 a month for 39 months. $14.95 due at lease signing.
Julie, what's your 20?
I'm in the car.
To get home for the holidays, no battle planes, trains, and a bomb squad?
It's a turkey, you idiot!
A new King of the Hill, tonight at 7:30, 6:30 Central on Fox.
You've seen the kids' game, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Jacquez Green this week? Last week, a career-high 7 catches, 164 yards as the Buccaneers burned the Kansas City Chiefs on the long plays.
And that was the touchdown right there, 52 yards. And he's the game breaker, and that's the guy that they have to work into this offense right now. I mean, when he runs those fly routes, Kurt, I'm telling you, you're a quarterback out there, your heart is fluttering. You're looking for help right away. He's talking to Dave Moore right now about how he can get behind that defense.
Yeah, but Dave Moore is not going to throw him the ball. Oxendine spreads out to the right. Chandler under pressure, gets rid of it for Timmy Dwight. Incomplete, thrown out of bounds.
Well, that's the Falcons right there took a page out of what we were just talking about. At least they took a shot at Timmy Dwight. Now, Alstott Singleton comes with the blitz this time, and he got pressure on Chris Chandler, but here's Singleton right here. Young player out of Temple. Really comes unblocked on the play, and Christian had a double read that time. That's a difficult assignment for the fullback, but at least they went deep to Timmy Dwight.
Trying to stretch this field just a bit. Falcons pretty even in their pass rush plays so far this afternoon. On 2nd down. There's Dwight in motion. Oxendine. Out across the 40-yard line, gains 5.
What the Buccaneers are doing is they're putting the defense out there. They put the defense out there hoping they can make a play to get some field position for the offense, but I don't believe that you can win games in this league right now down the stretch banking on your defense to do it for you. Chris Chandler is a dangerous quarterback. Yeah, and he can be as accurate as anybody in this league. And right now, you're giving life to this Falcon team. That's a dangerous way to play the game. I think you got to be aggressive and attack both sides of the ball.
Well, the Falcons need to get to the 45-yard line for the first. Ronnie Harris in motion. Chandler lost it up. Intercepted. Donnie Abraham with the pick.
That's the turnover.
The Buccaneers have relied on their defense to come through, and they come through big time.
That's their 6th turnover now in the last 3 games. Started with the pressure up front. Abraham back on the field.
Presenting the new Italian Originals Pizza Trio from Domino's. Tender prosciutto, Italian sausage, tender prosciutto, spicy pepperoni. New Pizza Trio, $10.99, $10.99, $10.99.
New Domino's Italian Originals meets the trio. Prosciutto ham, Italian sausage, and spicy pepperoni. So much amore delivered hot for only $10.99.
New Pizza Trio!
It's here, the Hot Rebel 2000. Soar past simple snapshots and roar into photography. 3, 2, 1, go! Rebel 2000 from Canon.
A chunky Super Bowl moment. Terrell Davis's mom served him Campbell's chunky baked potato with steak and cheese, with more lean steak than ever and real cheese. Filled up right by this chunky baked potato soup, Terrell mashed the opposition.
When you add up gas, maintenance, insurance, and financing, it comes out to about $8 a day to drive my Saturn. How hard can it be to save $8?
I may help you.
Yeah, can I get a number 3?
For an extra 50 cents. Would you like cheese on that?
I think I'm gonna go cheese-free today.
For $1 more, would you like to try our Mega Tub?
I don't think so. Of course, your results may vary. You may like cheese more than I do.
It's a miracle. Octuplets in Springfield.
What? Can I offer you something to drink?
No thanks. And all new Simpsons tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
The Falcons take a shot down the field. Not a great throw by Chris Chandler. No, either put it in a position where either Mathis gets it or nobody gets it. So that's the one pick right there.
First down from the 34 for the Buccaneers. Dilfer going up top. Jacquez Green.
There he is.
What a play by Ray Buchanan.
You know, Trent just underthrew him. Well, Trent threw that ball a long ways, too. Great coverage by Buchanan. There's a nice matchup right here. Watch the separation by Green, though. And when the ball's in the air, he hits the after drive. The turbo separating from Buchanan, because Buchanan's running with his hands out. And when you're running with your hands out, you can't run as fast.
Jacquez Green may not be timed the fastest, but he's got that go-get-it speed. You put the ball up there, he's going to go get it.
That's the kind of speed you have, Kirk, the go-get-it speed.
Deceptive, yeah, we like to call it deceptive speed, exactly. 2nd and 10. Mike Alstott. Across the 40 and still going. The A-train is rolling, folks. Let us roll it out to our big guy, James Brown, for an NFL update.
All right, Kurt, take a look at how the Falcons are trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Gus Farrat looking for Jermaine Crowell, overthrows him. Brett Benson picks it off. Second pick that Farrat has thrown today, returned to 21 yards. Green Bay on top right now. And Kurt, you know Bradshaw loved that big guy comment talking about my way. Back to you, big fella.
Well, we got nothing to say about Bradshaw. You know, those little guys, those quarterbacks, all you can say is, well, they used to play. That's about it. Alstott. And now all of a sudden this Buccaneer offense is rolling as well. Looking like they did in that second quarter when they dominated, run, and time of possession.
Well, not surprising that Alstott finds some creases in his defense after they stretch the field going to Jacquez Green. Suddenly, the defensive, mindset out there in the field is deep ball, pass. It opens things up for Alstott a little bit inside.
Alstott deep in the eye. Gets the ball again. Dances outside. The big guy can rumble with the best of them. Mike Alstott, 8 yards on the run. Down to the field, and Chip Carter we go.
Thanks a lot, Kurt. I think Mike's running the ball because probably at halftime he had a box of his Alstott flakes. Actually, he got a brand new cereal hitting the market. First time on the shelves this week down here in Tampa Bay, and the proceeds from the sales go to the Mike's Alstott Fund, which helps underprivileged children.
It's called the A-Train Express, and it's on track right now. Mike Alstott 3 consecutive carries for 27 yards. Dilfer stumbles a bit. Goes for Jacquez Green, incomplete. Batted down by Marty Carter. That play was a little loose right from the beginning when Dilfer couldn't drop back.
Bert Emanuel on the other side of the field, though, gets a nice step on Ronnie Bradford through the post. Trent never saw him because he had to step up. It was Jacquez Green. Nice job by Ray Buchanan, sticking right to him. That's just great corner play. And we've seen 2 great plays from Ray Buchanan here in this drive.
Buccaneers with 3 receivers in now. There's Alstott. Works it back inside to the 37-yard line, a gain of 2. Offensive coordinator Dave Shula starting to mix things up a little bit more.
Mike Shula right here in the middle now. This is a very important play here in this 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. Not in field goal range right now. So really, you got to think about 2 plays right here, Kurt. You got to, you got this defense. You got to think 2 plays right now to pick up these yards. So you don't have to try to get it all in one. You can run, on this play if you want to.
Warren Dunn alone in the backfield on 3rd down. They need to cross the 30. Just about the 29-yard line, just shy of it. Here comes the blitz. He gets rid of it, but it's going to be way short of the 1st down. Birdie Manuel.
Well, this is a dilemma right now. You see Gramatica, going to come out here on the field. They're going to kick the field goal. See, we've seen him throw this on 3rd down already. That's a nice hit right to the mask. Well, that's a hit to the quarterback's head. You're supposed to try to protect quarterbacks here. Dilfer pleading his case. A deaf ear, though.
Martin Gramatica on for a 50-yard field goal attempt. His career long as a rookie is 51 yards.
Drilled it.
Good. Look at that excitement. Martin Gramatica. 50-yard field goal. He kicked a 65-yarder when he was at K-State, so he's got the leg to do it. And they get the Buccaneers to within 1. 10-9, 5.5 minutes left to go here in Tampa.
Driving my Saturn through the intersection when the truck ran the red light. To tell you the truth, I can't remember what I was thinking while it was happening. Afterwards, when I realized I'd walked away from the accident, I do remember thinking one thing. That my Saturn's safety features have pretty much sold me on buying another one.
Can't catch me! The rush is on to go see the movie Stuart Little, only in theaters. And to get behind the wheel of outrageous remote-controlled cars, only at Radio Shack. Wheel-spinning action, high-flying jumps, zigzagging excitement that'll drive kids wild. And Radio Shack's the only place you'll find the Stuart Little Roadster. Online or in the store, get in, get out, get what you want at Radio Shack.
All right, Captain, we're going to have a coin toss now. Listening team, we'll call it in the air. We want a good, clean game. We're all professionals here. Does anyone have change for $1?
What? Want to get away? Southwest has your ticket to freedom. For only $99 or less, you can fly coast to coast when you purchase by December 15th and travel starting November 30th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Deep within the sewers, something lives.
We're harmless.
I have 3 arms.
I said harmless, not harmless.
Futurama, all new tonight at 8:30 on Fox.
Martin Gramatica gets the Buccaneers to within a point at 10-9 here in the 4th quarter. Kicks it off to Tim Dwight from his 4. flag down on the play. Jeff Gooch with the tackle. Bernie Kukar with the call. Holding against the Falcons.
Falcons not many penalties today, but boy, that's going to pin them back in the hole here. And they really needed some field position to come out.
Holding on the return team on a run back, number 54. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Coming up next, it's the second half of our Fox doubleheader, a big NFC East matchup. Those first-place Cowboys go into Arizona to try and face the Arizona Cardinals. Emmitt Smith back in action with that broken hand. There's other regional action as well, except for those of you in Tampa, and it's all coming up next right here on Fox.
And the crowd is on their feet here, Kurt.
Falcons begin from their own 9-yard line. Ken Oxendine loses a yard. Hardy Nickerson with the tackle.
Well, you know, you talked about that extra gallon of gasoline in the tank when the crowd is on their feet. They need it right now because they need to keep Atlanta pinned in down here and be able to get good field position after the punt. Chris Chandler faced with the situation. I mean, he was faced with this in Minnesota in that NFC Championship game a year ago when they executed so well.
Chandler 11 of 19 on the day, only 95 yards passing. Needs to get him out of the hole on 2nd and long. Play action. Dumps it off to Oxendine. Oxendine slowed down, and Derrick Brooks pulled him down.
How many tackles for Derrick Brooks today? All over the field. When the quarterback checks down to that wide receiver, it's time for Brooks to take over. The eyes never leave the action. Just great hitting position, very sure in the open field, forcing a third down. That man is pumped.
Derrick Brooks, 17 tackles last week against Kansas City, looking strong again this outing. Falcons need to get to the 19-yard line for the first down. Chandler under pressure, gets rid of it. Incomplete. Damian Robinson came on the blitz from his safety slot and forced the incompletion.
Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator, doesn't blitz a lot, but he will blitz at opportune times. That time a safety blitz from Damian Robinson. See Robinson cheating up right here. He's going to take this B-gap right into Chris Chandler's passing arm. Christian, the fullback, picks up the linebacker, and Damian Robinson came free. Nice disguise, good execution.
Straczynski punts out of his end zone. Carl Williams, fair catch at the 40. 47 yards on the punt from Straczynski. Tonight, King of the Hill observes the joy of holiday travel. The Simpsons welcome Apu's octuplets, and it's a tasty feast on Futurama. Then an X-Files guest with the taste for human flesh. All new Fox Sunday tonight at 7:30, 6:30 Central.
Or, you know, as the playoff picture starts to get settled, you know, and it starts to take shape, the quarterback play becomes vital. Trent Dilfer, who's won 3 games in a row as a starter, it's on his shoulders right now to bring this home.
3:45 to play. Mike Alstott out to the 30, or make it the 43-yard line, a gain of 3. Buccaneers fighting to stay in the hunt. They've won 2 games in a row, trailing the Detroit Lions by only a game, and Detroit right now trailing in Green Bay.
Well, you look at it, Minnesota has the bye this week. Tampa Bay can pull this out today. That'll be a 3-way tie on top of the NFC Central at 6-4. And with Tampa Bay having 3 of the final 6 games at home against Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, they feel like they could take control of this situation.
Dilfer under pressure, escapes the rush, gets out across midfield. Trent Dilfer scrambles once again and gets another running first down.
Talk another one up for Dilfer. I mean, when you talk about making plays, Dilfer will take the cheers. He's heard the boos here. I mean, this is just strength right now. Breaking the tackle of Lester Archambault right there. Shane Burnett. Archambault came back. He knew how far he had to go for the first down. It's not pretty, but he moves the chains.
His 3 runs have all converted into first downs. Play action. Pass incomplete. Nice breakup by Ray Buchanan. Intended for Jacquez Green.
Well, the Falcons came after Dilfer that time. They did an excellent job of picking it up. You see bodies coming right into the gaps here. That's Jesse Tuggle and Keith Brooking. All of it picked up, bottled up nicely. Warwick Dunn with the last hit. Well, Ray Buchanan, who was on the ground. Well, Jacquez Green right there. Chance to make that play. Didn't need to jump for that ball. Dilfer put it right in his mitt.
Incompletion sets up second down. Dilfer works out of the shotgun with the empty backfield.
Falcons are going to blitz this.
They show blitz, and the pass is complete. Jacquez Green. Gain of 7. Marty Carter with the tackle.
Well, they need to just run this down to the 2-minute here. Come over and talk about this third down situation.
So we're setting up for another fantastic finish in the National Football League this year. Falcons lead at 10-9, 2 minutes to go. Buccaneers with the ball.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
We know advanced technology doesn't have to be complicated. That every product must be meaningful. And the end result will make you smile. Open up to Samsung Digital and keep in touch. Samsung Digital. Everyone's invited.
Three motorcycles passed here. 3 men, 2 women, all carrying Visa cards. How do you know that, Grandfather? Because Central Law's Motorcycle Adventures doesn't take.
Central Oz will take you to a place beyond your imagination, but they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
When it's really cold outside and you get that craving for something really hot, remember Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. It's seasoned with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices.
And they make nifty hand warmers.
Hey, you can say fire.
You know what? I hope we get snowed in.
Yeah, me too. That's great.
These are the days.
Yeah, definitely going to try to see.
Fetzer days. Enjoy the wine.
A predator with the appetite for human flesh. The X-Files, an all-new episode, tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Buccaneers coach Tony Dungy hoping to pull one more out at the last minute. They trail 10-9 at the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. Buccaneers 3-1 at home so far this season, but Dan Reeves hoping the trend continues. These two teams have played throughout the 90s, and the visiting team has won 4 of the last 5 games.
A lot on that guy right here. You know, he was benched a couple of weeks ago, and he said his game hasn't really changed, but you talk to the players on the team, and they said there's something about Trent that when he got benched, it was like, all right, we got it over with. We got it out of the way. We got it out of our system. He got it out of his system, and during that time, Trent had a chance, a choice, to either sit and sulk about it or go and bond with his teammates, Kurt, and he went and really kind of got to know some of his teammates without the pressure for that week, and everybody that you talk to said he's looser, he's calmer, he's having more fun, and the fun can begin here if he can convert this third down.
Well, he certainly played like a totally different guy. The guys in the locker room say he's a totally different guy, but when you talk to Trent Dilfer, he says he's the same guy that he's always been.
I really believe I haven't changed. I feel like I've been the same for most of the year. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's just not even worth talking about at this point because it doesn't matter. It's still relevant as far as I'm concerned. I am who I am, and I'm not planning on changing.
Well, who he is the guy who just converted another third down with the pass to Warwick Dunn. They pick up 4 yards on 3rd and 2, and it's first down from the 36.
Boy, clutch. And Warwick Dunn, I think, has become his favorite receiver. I mean, he did miss the one pass on the first third down of the game that got intercepted. But sure hands, nice route, excellent execution on a pressure play.
Alstott deep in the eye. Play action. Going big, who has incomplete. Ronnie Bradford breaks up the pass intended for Bernie Manuel.
Boy, Dilfer threw that ball well, too. He threw it away from Ronnie Bradford. Let it out there for Bert Emanuel to hang with it. Now, they're only at the 36-yard line here, Kurt, and Martin Gramatica's career high this year, 51 yards, so they're about 53 yards away right now.
Well, he's shown he's got the leg with a 51-yarder, and he's kicked a 50-yarder in this game as well, but certainly they would like to be a lot closer.
Well, that's why you draft a rookie that high. You think that he can handle pressure situations like he may be under.
Alstott gets him a couple more yards, down to the 34-yard line, picks up 2. Gramatica, the third-round pick out of Kansas State, the highest drafted kicker in the National Football League since 1993. Jason Elam, drafted with the 70th pick overall by the Denver Broncos. Gramatica taken with the 80th pick overall by the Bucs this year.
Well, Gramatica got off to a hot start for a rookie. He made his first 10 field goals this year, Kurt, and since then he's made 6 out of 8. And I saw him kick a field goal in Philadelphia in the second game of the season this year, and that thing was at least 60 yards. I mean, he just cleared the goalpost by forever.
Well, he had some room on the 50-yarder he made today as well. And he's accounted for all of the Buccaneers' points this afternoon.
Well, Dilfer just made a couple of third-down conversions here on this drive to get him in this position. And he knows right now that he can't make any mistakes with that ball. He can't take a sack right now. You know, he can't turn that ball over. He has to protect it while trying to convert the third down.
They need to get to the 26-yard line for the first. Falcons showing blitz. Dilfer.
Got rid of it.
Can't take the sack. Gets rid of it. Falls incomplete. That was close to being disaster.
Yeah, very close play.
Martin Gramatica will come on to attempt the 51-yard field goal.
Travis Hall inside. 98 never stopped on the play. Here comes Travis Hall in the chase. He's got his jersey. I mean, that's Trent Dilfer's strength, just being able to get rid of that football. A lot of quarterbacks would have eaten it and knocked him out of field goal range. What do you think, Kurt? The biggest kick of...
Actually, where they spot it, it will be a 53-yard field goal attempt. The longest of his young pro career for the rookie. Had a 65-yarder at Kansas State. Listen to the crowd.
He's dead on after it.
I told you the crowd would tell you whether he made it or not. I think he made it.
You know, he's from Argentina. He played soccer all his life. And he has kind of like that, he kind of has that emotion after you score the winning goal in soccer. This thing is solid, dead, perfect. Tony Dungy's just too cool. He's just too cool. Morris Onatoa, the snapper, Mark Royal, the holder, and there it is. As Trent Dilfer would like to say in golf terms, solid, dead, perfect.
Mr. Excitement, Martin Gramatica. 4 field goals on the afternoon. All of the Buccaneers' points, and Tampa Bay has his first lead of the game.
You know, and for Dan, it's sort of the way the season has gone. I mean, as well as they played today, and that front 7 was outstanding against this Buccaneer offense.
There is 58 seconds to go in this ball game. Tim Dwight, who returned that 94-yarder in the Super Bowl last year, returned a 99-yarder last week. He was called back on a penalty, but he has the ability to do it.
And, you know, not only does he have the ability, he has the mindset, Kurt. You know, no matter where this ball is kicked, he's going to take it. And it's going to be a full-speed dash.
Gramatica to Dwight at the 3.
Needs one block.
Tim Dwight gets some running room out to the 36-yard line. Shelton Quarles with the tackle. The Falcons got off to the good start. Dwight had the 8-yard touchdown run, the first touchdown run of his career, and they went up 10-0. But after that, it was all Martin Gramatica, 4 field goals, including one from 50 and one from 53. The Buccaneers lead at 12-10, 51 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
But Tony Dungy played it close to his vest. Didn't really try to stretch the field too often, relied on his defense, and the defense has come through today.
Bob Christian alone in the backfield. 4 receivers in. Chandler over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Winslow Oliver. Now, if you're thinking about the Falcons kicker, Morton Anderson, his long kick this year, 44 yards. He's missed both attempts he's had over 44 yards this season. His career long 60, but his leg not what it used to be for the 18-year veteran.
Well, the defense was on the field last week trying to preserve a victory against Kansas City. The defensive coordinator, Monty Kiffin, says, we don't play prevent defense. He doesn't believe in it, and right now, the Bucs don't show one.
Falcons need to get a couple of first downs. Chandler out to Dwight. Tim Dwight makes the catch for a 3-yard pickup. But it's going to be 3rd and long for Atlanta.
Well, the Bucs don't play a prevent defense, and they keep their linebackers, Hardy Nickerson, Derrick Brooks, on the field. One of the advantages they have is they don't substitute those guys because they run and cover so well.
Falcons need to get to the 46 for the first. Dwight's in the slot. Jamie German spread out wide to the left. Over the middle, pass intercepted. Donnie Abraham. Donnie Abraham brought down to the 1-yard line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The officials get together, say he crossed the goal line, so it's a 47-yard interception return for Donnie Abraham and the Buccaneers.
Well, they got a defense in Tampa Bay. They show up every week. Never larger than on this last drive, the last couple of weeks. Last week, Hardy Nickerson preserved the victory with an interception in the end zone. And today, Chris Chandler trying to find his receiver right here, Winslow Oliver. The ball stripped by Derrick Brooks, and Donnie Abraham in position here for his 2nd interception of the day.
Martin Gramatica on for the extra point. He gets it, and the Buccaneers now lead it by 9. A minute ago, the Bucs were down 10-9. 10 unanswered points in a brief span.
We talked about Derrick Brooks in the open, what kind of player he's been. He was a starter in the Pro Bowl a year ago, and all this guy does is chase people down in the middle of the field. Great speed that time. Took the ball right away from Winslow Oliver. Separated the ball from him, and Donnie Abraham on the hustle. And this defense just comes up huge week after week, Kurt. No, I think that when you look at the Central standings, you know, and how this thing might play out, this defense at home with 3 home games down the stretch is going to be very tough.
Buccaneers score 10 points in 31 seconds to go from being down 1 to up 9 with 27 ticks left on the clock. Trent Dilfer, a wonderful day at quarterback despite the injury. The defense coming up huge, and that little man, Martin Gramatica, was a monster for the Buccaneers with 4 field goals on the afternoon, including 2 of 50-plus. 5'8", 170 pounds, a rookie from Argentina, and there's no bigger player for the Bucs this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, the smallest guy on the field today will be the biggest star. And here it is. You see, you've got the home games right here against Minnesota and Detroit and Green Bay. Got a tough one on the road in Seattle next week. Very little time to enjoy this one here today.
Gramatica squibs it down the middle. Winslow Oliver runs around. out to the 34-yard line. Shelton Quarles and a host of Buccaneers bring him down. But it looks like with 18 ticks to go, you can put this one in the books for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now they will move to 6-4, riding a 3-game win streak. The hottest team in the NFC Central besides Minnesota, who has a bye this week.
Well, Minnesota actually with a 4-game win streak, you know, with Jeff George now 4-0 as a starter. And that man right here, Trent Dilfer, now has won his last 4 starts as well. And he's definitely playing better today. Some clutch third-down conversions under pressure situations to get him in position to kick those field goals.
Warren Sapp with the sack. First time he called his name all day.
Second tackle of the day for Sapp. And I was saying that sacks for Sapp were like kryptonite. You know, he'll feel a lot better this week after getting one. When he beats guys, he beats them to the outside. That time, just a rip move against Bob Howland, who's played very well against Warren Sapp today.
This will be the final play of the game. And how typical is that for the Falcons? Thumbs up their afternoon. Winslow Oliver with the catch. Falls down in the open field, but just like that, the Buccaneers with 10 points in a 31-second span with under a minute to go, and they get the win 19-10.
Well, Kurt, talking to the Bucs this week, they know that they have to get on a roll in order to be in position for the playoffs. And right now, with 3 wins in a row, I believe that roll has begun.
All right, for Brian Baldinger and Chip Carter, Kurt Menefee saying so long from Tampa. Right now, as part of our Visa game break, we're going to take you to bonus coverage of the Lions and Packers right after this message.
Hope you enjoyed the game. I'm Scott, last year NFL Sunday Ticket Guide. I'll be back in 30 seconds with scores and updates from today's early action and a rundown on the late kickoff right after this.
A team of scientists have created a portal to a simulated universe.
You think one of them units crawled up an extension cord and killed his maker?
But what they couldn't anticipate...
What's all about it? Murder.
...is that the experiment...
This is a mistake. These people are real.
...would have a mind of its own. The 13th floor.
You could call it the end of the world.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket.
Ecstatica about Gramatica. The Bucs win it 19-10. Martin Gramatica with a 53-yard field goal. The Bucs now 3 straight wins since Dilfer came off the bench. Okay, some games still in progress. How about the Packers and Detroit? In a must-win game, the Packers lead the first-place Lions in the 4th quarter. Seattle surprisingly on top of KC at Arrowhead Stadium. And how about Miami and New England? The Dolphins by a touchdown with only minutes remaining in the 4th. And the Jets lead Buffalo. How about the late games coming up? Baltimore versus Cincy, St. Louis and San Francisco. Other games include Dallas versus Arizona. We'll see you later on NFL Sunday 6.